for waiting.
They've got their attack in shape back a little bit now. One more carry and then expect the backs to have a go.
Tayanga Ramosa takes it in. 83rd minute. And here's one of the players of the match, Joseph Suaalii. This is Ballatini, who's had another stormer as well. Tayanga Ramosa tipped on. McWright, still the skills from the Wallabies. Ikitau, oh, this is Jorgensen. They're going to snatch it. A green and gold conclusion.
Rugby is back, and I guess just like you, I am freaking happy as ever. We're going to go through the games coming up on this weekend. So your Japan, South Africa, Australia, England, Scotland, USA, these sorts of games. We're going to go through all of them. Just a quick breakdown, to show you the team list as well, and then do a prediction as well. And any comments, let me know below what you think, who you think will win, your predictions. So we can always have a timestamp. We can look back at how our predictions go. But the first game we're going to be looking at is the first game of the round, and that is England versus Australia. And as we remember last time Australia played England, at Twickenham especially, was that last, I think it was the 82nd minute, right? Try scored there by Max Jorgensen. I mean, Ikitau around the back, left little flick to Jorgensen, you know, who was a very, very young guy even last year, let alone this year. Just run down the wing, scores in the corner, wins him the game. And that was when everyone, remember, was writing off the Wallabies. They're saying they're trash. They deserve to be 12th or 13th in the world. So what a turnaround, man. Schmidt, what a job he's done with the Wallabies is just insane. To go from pretty much 1 year ago being bottom feeders, horrible, didn't make the World Cup quarterfinal, to now, I mean, you know, challenging these top teams, beating South Africa at Ellis Park, you know, challenging New Zealand, not beating them obviously, but also then winning one against Argentina out of the two as well. Now, let's have a look at this game. So England versus Australia. Here's the prediction: 68% winning for England, 31% for Australia, 1% for draw. You know, I think there's only going to be one winner in this, especially the way how strong they've become. You know, from last year as well, they've just grown into the team they are now. You know, winning games with even players out against some of the better teams in the world. And that is England. Beating Argentina twice without all the British and Irish Lions players in Argentina is pretty good. I know Argentina were missing a few players, but, you know, these matches count. You can see the last 5 meetings, 3 wins to 2 wins to England. First try scorer wins 40% time, home team wins only 40%. So it's a bit of a different one. And average score is 30 to 24. So pretty high scoring. You can see the last 5 matches here, which doesn't really matter because it was such a long time ago for England. Playing against USA, beating them 40 points to 5, beating Argentina, like I said, 2 times with their top players missing, smashing Wales, smashing Italy. And I think England at the end of that Six Nations was the informed team, in my opinion. They were playing some brilliant rugby, also beating France, if we remember correctly. And the Wallabies last one's only just beating Japan, losing the All Blacks by 14, losing the All Blacks by 9, losing to Argentina by 2 with a big comeback, and then also beating Argentina in injury time as well in that first game in Townsville. But let's have a look at the teams here. So, you know, I mean, the markets are pushing one way. My mind is obviously just screaming, England is going to win this. I just cannot see Australia being able to hold that English forward pack, the backs, in check. The only way that'll ever happen is if, you know, Suaalii just has a blinder and breaks through so many different things. But I can't see it being close either, in my opinion. So in the front, you got Finn Baxter, Jamie George, Joe Hayes, Mario Toje, Ollie Chessum, Guy Pepper, which is a big call in there. Sam Underhill gets his way back into the squad. Then you got Ben Earl back at number 8, where I think he's a brilliant open side flanker as well. Alex Mitchell retains number 9. George Ford in at number 10. Fraser Dingwall, 12. Tommy Freeman in at centre. Emmanuel Faya Waboso is back from injury, missing out on Six Nations, back on the left wing. Tom Roebuck on the right wing, and Freddie Stewart in at fullback. So a few changes in this team, but man, danger. I mean, two players that I think is just really going to stand out is obviously Tommy Freeman. He's been playing unreal, in my opinion. He's just absolutely unreal. And then Ben Earl, to me, is the other key player for him. He's a jackler, great ball runner. Maybe just needs to work a little bit on the tackle efficiency, but you know, he's a world-class player, absolute world-class, and Tommy Freeman as well. Obviously, I think they're going to miss the Curries. Obviously, one on the bench. As you can see, Luke Cowan-Dickie in at 16, Ellis Genge at 17, Will Stewart at 18. So they're obviously going for a bit of a bomb squad here. Alex Cole's in at 19, Tom Curry in at 20, Henry Pollock. So 6-2 split, Ben Spencer, and then Finn Smith. 6-2 split, taking a little bit from Rusty here, but I think it's a good choice. I think they need to wear the Australians down. I think the weather forecast is a little bit of a rain, so I think they are playing to the conditions of this team, in my opinion. For Australia, you got Angus Bell in at number 1, Billy Pollard number 2, Taniela Tupou number 3, Nick Frost, Jeremy Williams to finish off the tight 5, Rob Valentini, Fraser McWright, and Harry Wilson. Like that back row is world class, man. World class. Harry Wilson, he steps to another level when he puts that Australian jersey on. He just leaves it all on the field. He's one of those players where you go, he's not the most gifted. He's not the most physically fit and strong guy, but he is effort, man. He is 100% effort. Valentini is just world class. Fraser McWright, to me, was the best 7 in the rugby championship. This dude, he is like the old Richard McCaw, right? The old George Smith, where as soon as he hit that ground, he's already released. He's already on the ball, like in a flash. And he's one of the best jacklers in the world, if not the best in the world at the moment. Jake Gordon in at number 9, which I think is this 9 and 10 pairing. I think they could do better. Obviously, they're sticking. They know each other quite well, playing a bit of Super Rugby together for the Waratahs. But yeah, you got better options, man. Don't know why they're doing it, but Joe Schmidt must know something. Harry Potter on the left wing, maybe going to doll up some magic. Hunter Paisami in at number 12. Suali'i in at 13, who had a, man of the match performance in that last time they played. Max Jorgensen, the match winner on the right. Andrew Callaway at fullback. Josh Nasser at 16. Tom Robertson, 17. Alan Alalator. Lucanio Sakaya Loto. Nicholas Champion de Crisney, Ryan Lonigan, Hamish Stewart, and Filippo Daugunu on the bench. Still a pretty solid team. I think obviously the weak points for me is 9 and 10. Really, I think that is just a very big weak part. And to me, 9 and 10 is your key players, right? I don't think they're the most important players on the field, but I think they are key. To winning matches, they are very, very key. Angus Bell starting as well, that's a big call. But obviously 2 players who I think are going to stand out is Fraser McWright. And for them to win, Joseph Suali'i needs to have a big, big game. Otherwise, you might as well write Australia off right now, in my honest opinion. So to break it all down, I think final score, bit of rain is forecast. England's team is looking strong at home as well. But, bit of rustiness for the English, not having played together for a while, especially missing those players from the British and Irish Lions. So I think it'll be closer than some are projecting, but I'm thinking England to win by about 10 points. I'm thinking 10 points to England, something of a scoreline like 31-21 or 29-19, something like that. I think 10 points. I think England finish off, they're up about 7 and they get penalty or a drop kick late in the game to put it out to 10 points. That's who my money's on. Now we're going to go to, obviously, the players from Australia. A lot of Aussies are complaining about this, is obviously they're missing a few players like Len Ikitau, Will Skelton. These sorts of players are missing because it is outside the actual, international rugby window, this match between Australia and England. So these players are not actually available. The ones that play overseas for Australia, so Ikitau, like I said, Will Skelton. So it's a big loss. I mean, I think it's about 4 players in total which can't be picked, but Australians are complaining about this, but you're the ones who agreed to have this match outside of the international window. So, man, I live in Australia, and I think it's just reap what you sow. Put your best team out there, see what you can do. And unfortunately, this does count for points, obviously, but being away, and if you still lose, you don't lose as many points as if you're at home. So it is what it is. I think James O'Connor is another one as well. So missing out on a 10 spot, even though he did start Edmed over O'Connor anyway. So it's not like they're missing out on another option there. Now, the next game we're going to be looking at is Japan versus South Africa.